I've been on a bit of a Phil Lynott run lately, and I'm going to continue that run by looking at Phil Lynott's bass line from Still in Love With You from the Live and Dangerous version. This version is a bit different from the original studio version of Still in Love With You, but it's my favourite version, so I'm going to cover that in this lesson. Live and Dangerous is a double album by Thin Lizzy. It was recorded over a couple of years. It was released in 1978 and recorded at live gigs in 1976 and 1977. It's also the last album that features guitarist Brian Robertson before he left the band. I've written out Phil Lynott's bass line note for note in standard notation and tab. You can get that on a free PDF by clicking the link below this video in the description. For me, Phil Lynott's articulation really makes this bass line. Articulation includes things like how loudly you strike the notes, whether you play the notes short or long, and they include things like slides and bends. Now, Phil Lynott slides a lot in this song, and that really makes this bass line. If you want to get near to his sound, then you have to incorporate these same types of articulation. Phil Lynott played with a pick for this song as usual, but he gets a really softer sound on this. If you listen to it, you can't really hear that it's pick, so it'll work equally well if you play this finger style. The whole song almost exclusively uses the following four chords: G sharp minor, C sharp minor, F sharp and B. Sometimes there are 2 bars on each chord, and sometimes there are 1 bar on each chord, and sometimes the B goes down to an E. First of all, let's look at the run in the intro. Okay, it starts on a G sharp with a slide and then E. Okay, then we've got this run. Okay. Phil Lynott plays some really nice slides on those last 2 notes. Like that, okay? So you can slide up to kind of make it sound authentic Phil Lynott if you want to. The verses are mainly long notes, okay? So remember I said we've got these 4 chords. So we just normally play just a root at the beginning of the bar a lot of the time. So G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, and then we've got this. Okay, so he often plays that rhythm on the last beat, okay? So B, A sharp, G sharp, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then on the C sharp, it's that rhythm again. And we're just playing C sharp, G sharp, down to the F sharp. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. And then we're just walking down with the A sharp, G. Okay, so it just continues like that. That's the first verse. When you get to the end, we've got this pattern. So that's where it goes to E, okay? That's just an arpeggio there. B, D sharp, F sharp, E. Okay, make sure you start sliding for the F sharp. Sounds really nice, what Phil Lynott does. Okay. Open E. Alright, and then this gap, and then Still in Love With You. Back on the G sharp. So that gap there, before the Still in Love With You, changes each time they play it, okay? But you can take your cue from the vocals there. And then these last 2 bars of G sharp minor. Okay, these are quite hard to do, these slides. They're obviously quite natural to Phil Lynott, but to play the slides and then get back up for here. Okay, and that bit there is a hammer on. Sounds much better rather than. Okay, so. Okay, so you've got to kind of time your slide correctly to get these bits, these notes again, okay? This kind of rhythm here, 1, 2, and, okay? 1, 2, and, okay? 1, 2, and, right? Verse 2 is more of the same, but it's just a little bit busier, okay? The second time we have the C sharp minor, we've got a slightly different rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, so we've got that run there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and down to F sharp. Okay, but it's basically the same. We've got this pattern. Okay, and we've only got a 2/4 bar, so it's a bit shorter on this E before we come in with the G sharp again. Okay, so you've got to, as I said, time those slides correctly. If you enjoyed this lesson, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can do that by clicking the red subscribe button in the corner of the screen, and if you click the bell and select all, then you'll get notified as soon as I release a new video. Now for the solos, we use the same chords, but we play double. We play 2 bars on each chord. Right, we've got the same sort of pattern here. So we've got this pattern. Ba, ch, ba, okay. And on the C sharp as well. When we come to the F sharp, Phil Lynott starts to put some muted notes in. Like that. Okay. So we've got the introduction of muted notes here for this guitar solo. They just add a little bit more movement to the bass line. Okay, then it starts to get more interesting and gets busier. Remember, this is all on the free PDF. So we're using that high G sharp there. Again, these slides are a little bit tricky. And then we've got some short notes there on the C sharp minor. Okay, so it's much busier there. So when we've got the C sharp minor, you've got to kind of slide off that C sharp and then slide up to that G sharp, but play it short. Okay, so lots of different articulations there to try and get in. So it's a bit more complicated than it looks, that section, and it's quite busy as well. Okay, then it carries on like that. So we've got the low. Okay, so we've got that pattern, that kind of walking pattern. And then the second bar. Okay, so it kind of mixes up the rhythm there a little bit. Really short notes there. If you listen to the recording, you can really hear those. They really stick out there. And then back to G sharp. And then into the next verse. Verse 3 is pretty much the same as the other verses, okay? It's quite kind of sparse with these longer notes. And then we've got the guitar solo, the second solo. Again, it's the same sort of thing where we've got 2 bars of G sharp minor, 2 bars of C sharp minor, but then it changes here to D sharp minor and E. Okay, so the progression kind of really changes here. It's noticeable, okay? We've got this pattern on D sharp. So it's really just using D sharps and A sharps, and then E, and then F sharp, E, okay? Okay, so is different there. The chord progression is different there, and it leads then to the funkier section. I put this down as funky outro. It really kind of changes the character of the tune here. It's just an out and out kind of funky bass section here. This section just repeats a bar of B and a bar of E round and round, and you've got this rhythm. It's that same rhythm again as we had before. So 1, 2, and, okay? 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and, okay? There's a really nice bit here. Okay, so that's a chromatic walk up to B from G sharp, A sharp, B. Okay, and there's another nice bit on E. Okay. That's a really nice line there because it kind of carries on, the pattern carries on through the first beat of the next bar. And then later on, we've got this pattern. So this is just B, B sharp, E, F sharp, B. Like that, and then we've got the same line as we had in the intro, but this time with quarter notes. Okay, slow down throughout that, and you can slide up as well to that last note and just hold that on. Well, that's all the main sections covered. It's just the kind of finer points really that you can get from the PDF, and remembering to put all these articulations in, okay? Some of the verses are fairly easy, but when you get into the guitar solo and the funky bit, it's a little bit more tricky. Some really creative bass playing, I think, in this bass line. It's a little bit different to what Phil Lynott does usually, I think. And it's a great song as well, and I love the guitar solos. Let me know what you thought by leaving a comment below this video. I read all those comments and reply to them. I've also covered some more Phil Lynott bass lines, Jailbreak, Boys Back in Town, that kind of thing, so have a look on the channel if you're into Thin Lizzy. You can help me out a lot by liking and sharing this video, and also subscribing to my channel. And if you felt that you got value out of this lesson, then you can always buy me a coffee. They're $5. The details are at the bottom of the screen here, or you can click the links below in the description. Also check out my website, gbshed.com. I've got a membership site over there, more bass resources, courses and books. So that's gbshed.com. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hope to see you very soon in another video.